Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyreplays and welcome back to Tier 7 of our favourite tech tree line to grind. And of course, it is no other than the Black Prince. The Black Prince at the moment is one of the most OP tanks in the game, and it has been for now for quite some time. It got a big buff quite a few updates ago, and I'm very surprised that Wargaming has not nerfed the tank to almost where it originally was. I did like what they done. I mean, I always liked the Black Prince. I thought the Black Prince was a very good tank before. It still had a great rate of fire. It's got great armour. It is a bit slow, even with this new consumable where you can go quicker. It is a bit slow, but I always thought that it didn't really need a buff, and I think the only reason they buffed it is what they seem to be doing now is buffing those tanks that nobody plays. And I think the Black Prince fitted in that category where before no one really played the tank, so they just made it into this amazing crazy machine that now everyone just wants to play. And I don't blame them. It's a fun tank to play. It really is fun. Dumping that damage, 160 or so alpha, 150 every 3.2 seconds. Down to in the 2 seconds when you have the adrenaline. So it's a great fun tank, and it's been a fun tank to play now for a while. Quite a few updates now, but I just don't know why Wargaming haven't nerfed the tank. Maybe not many people are still playing the tank. I really don't know their logic in keeping it, because usually they do make a tank completely broken for a couple of updates because it makes people want to grind the tank, and then they nerf it. Just like they did with the Tiger P and the Tiger. They made it into this crazy tank with crazy DPM, and then when everyone gets the tank, let's nerf the tank. Because I can get why they do it, and I understand why they do it. They want people to play a lot of different tanks. They don't want to keep the same tanks playing every time. And then I also can understand why they nerf it, because if they keep it the way it is, it does kind of break the tiers. When you're in tier 6, when you're in a tier 6 up matchup with this tank, you're almost guaranteed to win. And it can also hold its own in tier 8. So we've just seen that battle there. Nothing special, I mean nothing at all, but we still pumped out 2.5k damage almost. This game on Middlesbrough, we are slow, so we are top tier, so it's like we're not going to go up. Let's just roll into town, cap the base, and we'll see what damage we can do. The enemy still has 3 heavy tanks, so me and this KV2 roll together. Unfortunately, we do miss that shot on that KV2, and you can see what he's going to do. He's going to shoot HE, but it hits the stuff in front of us that absorbs the damage, so it does nothing to us. Now we have a KV1S that has started to flank around, and of course he doesn't want to know me, he wants to know the KV2, which I can understand why the KV2 can one-shot someone, but this tank has 3000 DPM as a tier 7 heavy. It's crazy, and I am always trying to focus these tanks, the Black Prince, if I'm on the enemy team. If there's a Black Prince on the enemy team, even if I'm a tier 8, I am going to focus him. I want him down. He has crazy DPM, and if it's a good player, you can do crazy things. Now this battle, again, we've taken out the KV1S, we've taken out the KV2. Now this poor M6, we're going to track him, and we're just going to perma-track him. That is what you need. If you can do that in this tank, that is what you need to do. We are just literally, we're not doing no damage at the moment until now. But this M6, he can't do anything because he is just being perma-tracked. And that for a player is so frustrating. Now, not long ago, I was playing my IS3 because I am looking at making an IS3 video. And I got perma-tracked from the Black Prince. And I was at the angle where I was trying to run away, and I was behind the building. So he got my rear, and I could not do anything. I couldn't even shoot him, and it was so frustrating because I was full health and there was nothing I could do. I used all my repair kits, And there is nothing more frustrating than getting permatracked, I tell you. Ammo racking is, I mean, you could be ammo racked and it's still not as frustrating as getting permatracked by a tank, especially when it's a tier lower. And that's why it's just amazing at the moment. It's amazing fun, and I definitely recommend buying this tank. It is a tech tree tank, so anyone can get the tank if you haven't. I mean, 3.2 seconds reload. I think that goes down to around 2.8 or 2.9 when you use your adrenaline. So the last battle here, we are in a tier 8 matchup, and you're just going to see how easy this is to deal damage even against tier 8s. So now we have that EXP in front of us. He has great armour, fantastic armour. So if I can get rid of him, that's a bonus for our team, because I'm worried that our team might not be able to deal with him. And that is what you've got to do when you are in battle. Like, don't rely on your team, because you just don't know how good your team is. So just play sort of, if you know that you can take this guy out, and I know I can have shots on any tank now, the Louver, anyone. But I really want to get rid of this guy because I know his armour is insane. And players that are like sub 50%, 40%, 30%, I know that they're going to struggle to deal with tanks like the EXP. So whilst I know I'm capable of dealing with the EXP, that is what I am going to do. So he is gone. We are 2 tanks down, and now the Louver is in a position where I can't really pen him because he's hull down, and he has a very, very strong turret. So we're just going to go in the middle to see if we can get some shots, and we are going to get some shots on the LTTB. LTTB is another tank, a good tank to get rid of. Because of his speed, he can easily circle us, no problem whatsoever. So he's a good target to get rid of, even though he is the same tier. But now we are actually down. I'm very healthy within hit points, so the LTTB is, I mean, the SU-152 pokes up, which means we can get a few shots in on him, and I am keeping my eye on that SU-122. We do get one shot, high roll at 200. Unfortunately, we don't get that shot to clear him, but now we have taken the lead, and it's a 4 versus 3. This poor SU-152, I know we're going to get one shot there. He does shoot, he takes out our 87, but now I know he is on a mega long reload, and with my DPM at 2.6 with the adrenaline, I know I can take him out very, very, very quickly. He's probably only half reloaded, and I've taken 3 shots in on him, clearing him. So now it's basically the SU-122 is going to get taken care of, and it's just me and the RHM Borzik against this Louver, who is full hit points. Now, I know, even if I was on my own, I would be able to deal with this guy, no problem at all. I'm healthy enough with hit points, and it shouldn't be no issue whatsoever. The Borzik does get a shot, and I mean, his comment here just really wound me up. Like, you're welcome. It's like he thinks he done me a favour by shooting that guy. Well, I'm Meadsy, guy. I'm Meadsy. You did not help me. You stole my damage. But that is it, guys. That is the Black Prince, a very, very, very enjoyable tank. If you haven't got it, definitely go get it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Meadsy69, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.